Yeah, look, learning a new track here at Morgan Park was a challenge that I really embraced. So I studied a little bit of onboard footage from ASBK last year and tried to work out the gear changes, roughly where they'd be in what gear, and then just worked through it and came out here, and I managed to be able to get down to a time, pretty reasonable in the first sort of 20 odd laps. So that was the thing that I was really self-satisfied with. But it's been a really big challenge, and the hardest part here at Morgan Park is not the single lap, it's the consistency.
Look, learning new tracks for me, I don't seem to struggle with it too bad. Thankfully, coming here to Morgan Park, we had a successful year here on the Supersport bike, but in general, even my time over in the US trying to learn some tracks over there, I guess I do as much track research and study in the build up to the meeting as what I can. Try and talk to other riders to get their feelings towards the track, and then just take it section by section and do my best to learn the circuit as quick as I can.
It's always fun to go to a new track, refreshing and exciting, but there is some techniques to learning it, and for me, I like to get out there early and do a whole session and maybe a 20, 25, 30 laps at a sort of pretty medium pace, and just not try and push hard at all, but just do a lot of laps, and then I would usually come in, sit down, have a rest, have a breather, let my body cool down, and then go out and do sort of like a interval training, and 2 laps on, 1 lap on, 2 laps on, 1 lap off, and just push the limits a bit, and try and find my apexes and find what areas you can gain more time and less time. So generally the most important is to make a good exit on the corners that have a long straightaway, and be patient on the entries for them corners. So Morgan Park was hard as well because there was some added things to think about with all the bumps. So it wasn't a matter of just finding the best apexes on the track. It was also about finding where the bumps were and trying to miss them bumps and make sure you can use the horsepower of a superbike in the right places.
When we come to new tracks, for me it's about trying to get visual points on the track that I can memorise, so that I know when I come out of one corner what to look for, and then get myself in the right position to open the next corner up, because it's really easy when you come to a new track to ride too tight and too shallow on the entry, because you see that you're coming up to a corner, so you start turning in early. Especially here, a lot of the corners are blind, and there's a couple of really fast corners down that back straight, and I'm using a couple of trees as reference points to get myself in the right position to be on the right part of the track and open the corners up and flow. This weekend's been really difficult because mainly because of how close the lap times are. Everyone's been so tight, and I feel like I'm probably just a little bit off where I should be, and every time I go out I'm pushing really hard to try and get back on top again. But we're getting closer and closer to the front, so hopefully in this last race we'll go good.
This is the first time I've ridden at Morgan Park, and it's good to actually come to a new track. I haven't. It's been a long while since I've actually rode a new track, but it's been quite good to get out there and learn new lines, and take a different approach to things. And we're going not too bad. We're not far off some of the guys now. Troy's definitely out there in a league of his own today. He looks really quick, and we've got a bit of work to do to catch him. But we're slowly creeping forward, and hopefully we can go better in the next race.
Yeah, so approaching Morgan Park this weekend, it's not a new track for us, but last year we were on a bike that was completely standard. So coming here and trying to learn a new track with all new performance modifications on our bike it felt like a new track almost. I sat down with the team after each session and we worked out what kind of suspension changes we can make to make me a little bit more comfortable over what is a very bumpy racetrack, and the team have done a fantastic job, and I think that if we keep on improving this way on every track, then we're going to have positive results more often.